All right, in example 6, the graph of f of x is shown here. Assume, where did that go? Example 6, the graph of f of x is shown. Assume f is twice differentiable, which means we can find the derivative twice. We can find the first derivative and the second derivative. What do we want? He says A. At x equals -1, I can see this graph is decreasing from left to right. It's going down, isn't it? So I'll say the graph of f is decreasing. And it is concave. Well, imagine, try to sketch some tangent lines at this point -1. If I draw a tangent line, wouldn't the tangent line be, why isn't my pen working? Wouldn't the tangent line be below this curve? Okay, I'll be able to sketch a tangent line like that. The graph will sit above this tangent line, and remember what we say, if that happens, we say the graph is concave up. Well, or you can use the smiley face or frowny face or smiley face method of how I do it, right? Like if I try to see this as a picture, wouldn't that be like it looks like a smiley face to me, really? It looks like a smiley face. Yeah. Or just, well, it's because it's so wide, I think it was better to just sketch a tangent line. And if I sketch a tangent line, what is going on with this pen? The tangent line will be below the curve. In other words, f is above its tangent line at x equals -1. Therefore, it is concave up. Okay, now what? Which of these is the smallest? What? Okay. Let's take a look at the first one. They're asking for f of -1. F of -1, I know how to find it. It's just a function value. We have a point at -1, 3. So f of -1 is positive 3. I know what it is. What about f of -1? F prime of -1? Well, they're talking about the slope of the tangent line. And I did sketch it, but let me sketch it again. They're asking for, how about I use a nice pen? Or let me use a dotted line. I'll draw a blue line over here, okay? So I'll draw this is a tangent line, okay? What they are asking you here is f prime of -1 means slope of the tangent line at x equals -1 without having the actual function. We can't really be sure, right? But what I know for sure is this. Notice this line is going down from left to right. I'll say this. This line is going down from, I should say this tangent line. This tangent line is going down from left to right. So its slope must be negative. Does that make sense? So negative is going down function. So I don't know what this is exactly, but I know what I know for sure is that f prime of -1 must be negative. Because the function is decreasing, which means the slope of the tangent line is going to be a negative number. How about the last one? Oh, wow, they're now asking for f double prime of -1. So what will that be? But I think we already talked about it. Didn't we say at x equals -1, concavity is up, right? So because at x equals -1, f is concave up, what we know is f double prime of -1 must be a positive. So we were able to find the function value at -1. We knew it was 3. So we knew this one was 3. We know that the first derivative is negative number because it's the slope of the tangent line is negative because the function is decreasing from left to right. And lastly, we know that f double prime must be positive because it is concave up. What are they asking here? They're asking you which one of these is the smallest. 3 is well, 3 and, I hope you see this. This is a positive number, right? 3 is a positive number, and positive number is positive number, but what is the smallest out of these 3? This red, blue, and green. The negative must be smallest, don't you think? Because positive numbers are always bigger than negative numbers. So we found the answer. We're gonna say f prime of -1 must be the smallest because it is the only negative value out of all 3. Oh, I meant to say all 3. Does that make sense? But we won't be able to tell which one is the greatest, I don't think, because we want to actually have a concavity, because +3 and +3 and just knowing that a number is positive, that's not going to be enough for us to tell which is the greatest. But we were able to tell which one of these is the smallest because out of 3 numbers, only one of them was a negative number. So that was an interesting problem. So if you see one like this on your homework, have fun with it, but we can also talk about it too together if you want to. But that's it for, because I already recorded lesson example 7. That's it for section 3.2. I'm gonna go ahead and post this note on Canvas for you along with all the videos that I recorded today.